Hello guys, this is a computer build for my son. We wanted to keep the build under about $1,000, but wanted to get some serious gaming performance out of it. So let's take a look at the setup we got here. So we went with the Cougar Challenger case in the orange color. A lot of people didn't like the case's aesthetics, but has a lot of positive features. Toolless design, good for any graphics card. Cable management is very good. It's also a very silent case, as we'll take a look. Also got it for about $65 on Newegg. Very good price there. Start the system off with the Intel i5-3570K. I got it for about $190 at the Microcenter. Very good deal there. Then went on to purchase an MSI 55 motherboard, which came with 8 gigs of Corsair Dominator memory. Also purchased a different motherboard, which came with another 8 gigs of 1600 megahertz memory for a total of 16 gigs. Purchased a Thermal Taki 700 watt power supply, non-modular, $20 instant savings, $20 rebate for a total of $40 on Newegg. Very, very good deal. Really like that. Other than having it non-modular. The BenQ GW2450 monitor, 1080p, 169. The TP-Link dual band wireless PCI Express adapter. I got this on Newegg for about 25 bucks. Got a good deal on it. Very strong signal, no drop connections, almost better than my Ethernet cord. Really good adapter here for wireless connectivity. I have a 200mm and 120mm orange LED fans from NZXT. Replaced the 200mm at the front with a 120mm orange LED. The 200mm would not fit, and put the 200mm at the top of the system. Had to go with Noctua for CPU cooling. They really make the best coolers out there. Went with a 92mm dual fan cooler, $60 on Newegg. Didn't want to do a whole lot of overclocking with this system, but wanted to be silent, wanted to do a little bit of it. Also put the low noise adapters on it, which brought it down to about 1,000 RPMs, and it's really a great cooler. We do a little bit of overclocking with it, and it works really, really good. I definitely recommend Noctua products. Also have here the Turtlebeach PX3 wireless gaming headset. He uses that for the PS3 and for the PC, and the Razer Death Adder. Great mouse, so he likes it a lot. Really good in FPS games. Let's take a look now at the solid-state drive, which I missed, and then the graphics card, of course. We have the Kingston SSD V300, 120 gig as our boot drive. Purchased this drive for $79 on Newegg. I think it's a really good value. Boots up in about 18 seconds from pushing the button to the login screen. Here we take a look at some figures from HDTune. Looks like it gets about 331 megabytes per second as an average read speed. And onto the graphics card. So I was really impressed with Linus's videos on the MSI 660 Ti, Power Edition, 670, 680. So I really gave my son the option of choosing the 680, the 670, or the 660 Ti. I ended up going with the 670. He was really paying for the system, so he wanted the most bang for his buck. He really wanted the best graphic experience possible for the value. 660 Ti is probably a better value. 670 just future-proofs him a little bit, lets him go sly later on, which will really help him out. Takes 2 6-pin PCI Express power adapters. The board does sag in the system a little bit, but I don't think there's much you can do about that. It's a pretty beast of a card, and it's only a slight sag. That is an HTC DNA 5-inch phone in the picture for reference. It scored a 8849 on 3D Mark 11. That's with no overclocking, everything at stock, and that's on the performance setting of 3D Mark 11. On 3D Mark Vantage, it scored a 28365, same thing, regular settings, demo, free version of the software. These seem to be average scores for the GTX 670s. All the games he plays, 60 frames per second, 1080p, highest settings. He seems to enjoy it. No lag unless it's server-side, multiplayer gaming. Very much so, no problems. Compared to his previous laptop, it just blows the doors off of it. We haven't done any overclock, and I don't see any need to right now. All in all, he is just very happy with the graphics performance of the system. He plays DayZ, War Z, PlanetSide 2, Battlefield 3, and all those games. It just blows the doors off them. Let's take a look inside the case. First we have here the toolless design of the cages, the hard drive cages, and the 5 1/4 bays. Put my DVD-ROM drive in. The drive just snaps right in. Installed everything, the operating system, some of his games and stuff, and then basically took it right out because basically it was the loudest component in the system. The fans are so silent. It was aggravating me, it was aggravating him. Just took it right out. There's no need for DVD-ROM drives too often now. Put the 200mm orange LED fan on the top. Zip tied it up there before I drilled a hole to secure it. That fan would not fit in the front of the system. It was too thick, so I used a 120. The non-modular power supply was really the only problem for the cable management in this system. It just created a hassle in the back. I got most of the cables in the front looking pretty good. I mounted the SSD on the back of the motherboard tray. I've seen a lot of system builds do this. It allowed me to take out the middle hard drive tray in the front. It creates a lot more airflow in the system as well. Basically just use double-sided mounting tape on the SSD to secure it to the back of the motherboard tray. Thank you guys for watching this PC build. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I will put links in a description of the system, all the components, as well as the prices I paid for the components, just to show what you can get for slightly under $1,000. Thanks again for watching, guys.